Welcome back, Night Dwellers. I'm your host, Mothy. In part 2 of Whispers of the Black Butterflies, Carina's curiosity leads her further into apartment 17, where silence gives way to shadows, whispers, and something far more sinister. Not everything in this place is as it seems. What waits in the darkness? Let's find out. Get comfortable and stay close. Skeletal remains, tangled together in a grotesque heap, flesh decaying, skin clinging to bones in a way that made her stomach lurch. The scent of death filled her nostrils, thick and suffocating, and she gagged, stumbling backwards. From the pile of corpses, black butterflies burst forth, filling the room in a chaotic storm of wings and whispers. The room darkened, and Carina's legs buckled beneath her as she fell to the floor. The butterflies surrounded her, brushing up against her skin cold. Out of the shadows, a figure emerged. Carina's heart pounded in her chest as she stepped back, her breath coming in shallow gasps. The air around her grew cold, and the scent of poppies filled her nostrils. From the grotesque pile of decaying bodies and swirling black butterflies, a shape began to rise, a dark, shadowy figure. The figure looming before her was something otherworldly, something monstrous. Its eyes glowing faintly with a sickly light. They seemed to fixate on Carina, piercing through her as if seeing directly into her soul. The tendrils of shadow curled from its form, stretching out like jagged arms, rough and sharp as sandpaper. They writhed and twisted, cutting through the air, leaving deep, unseen marks that seemed to echo with each movement. The tendrils brushed against her skin, cutting into her flesh, and Carina recoiled in pain. The figure's body was vague, shrouded in darkness, as if it were made of the very shadows that clung to the room. Only the eyes and those terrible tendrils were clear, an embodiment of pure dread. The mass of black butterflies swarmed around it, their wings a chaotic blur of darkness, as if they were drawn to this creature, part of it. Lily's true form was no longer beautiful. She was terrifying. It moved towards her, its breath hot against her cheek, smelling of rot and decay.
"You should never have come here,"
it hissed, its voice raspy and hollow. Tendrils of darkness wrapped around Carina, body convulsing as her vision blurred, her breath rasped in her throat. The figure leaned closer, tendrils around squeezed tighter, digging into her skin with burning pain. The black butterflies swarmed above her, their wings flickering in the dim light like shadowed fragments of night. The room pulsed with a heavy, nauseating scent of poppies, thick and suffocating.
"You should have never come here,"
the figure said again. Carina's body sagged against the cold, dusty floor, her limbs growing numb, the tendrils cutting deeper. But then something shifted. The butterflies weren't just fluttering aimlessly. They were watching her. Their black eyes gleamed in the shadow, as if pleading, as if begging her to understand. Carina blinked, trying to clear the fog from her mind, but the scent of poppies grew even stronger, almost as if the room itself was alive with the oppressive perfume. A strange realization crept into her before her fading consciousness. The butterflies were not just creatures, they were souls. That concludes today's episode. Join us again next week for another spine-tingling tale on Simple Dark Stories. If you enjoyed this and would like to help out, please give us 5 stars and tell us what haunts your dreams. Until next time.